Google Slides is a free software application. By using it, you can create and edit presentations with others at the same time. It is available on and off the internet and can be used on any phone, tablet, or computer. Now to begin my presentation, I'm going to select a blank slide. Now with this, there are many themes I can choose from. By choosing a theme and scrolling through, I can choose the one that best fits my project. I will keep scrolling until I find the one I like. Neutral is normally my favorite, so I'm going to come down to it, the tropic one. Click on that, shows up, beautiful. Now, the next thing we can also do is add a title and change the font color too, because I don't really like orange too much. So I'm going to change that. I can type in my title bar, highlight my message, and from there, I'm going to click the icon to get me the color. Drop down, and I'm going to select black. How nice does that look now? There can never be just a title on your slide, so I also use the subtitle to add an extra message, letting people know that this is a tutorial. Again, I can play around with all the features I have available to me, such as the font. Scrolling, I'm going to find the one I like, and leaving it there. I can also change the background on any of my slides, so by hitting the background icon and hitting the drop down bar on the color, I can pick the color I want to use. Once I find my color, green, I hit done and it adds it to the theme. Now that doesn't look very nice, so I will change it back to white, but just to let you know that you can play around with this feature. Now no presentation is complete with just one slide, so by adding new slides and choosing the best fit layout, I can pick the one that is going to be best for me. They have many categories here, just choose the one that best suits your information. Like the double block, I can put things there in my title and things both on the side. This would be great for a compare and contrast. But there are many more layouts that I have to choose from. By hitting the layout again, I can pick a new one. Now this would be a great title page too, just briefly describing what is going to happen, briefly letting people know what is going to be next in my presentation. Not satisfied with the layout of my slides, I'm able to drag and drop them into the layout I want. By just doing that on the left hand side, you can see my cursor dragging and moving them, altering them from slide 1 to slide 2 to slide 3. I'm also able to upload pictures onto my slides from any of the following: my drive, photos, a URL link, or I can even search the web for them. Now watch my mouse because this gets important. There are many categories of organized information here in Google Slides. By just putting my cursor over them, I can do plenty of things from printing my paper to also making this into an attachment. I'm also able to play around with the formatting, my presentation style, and inserting new things like a text box, a chart, a diagram, or even word art. I can format my slides. I can also add new slides by skipping them, deleting them, duplicating them if I want. The tools are endless, from Explore to Dictionary and questions and answers that they can answer for me. And if I'm ever in a pinch, I can always type in the help bar. Shapes are also a really cool feature to Google Slides. Just click on it, choose which shape you'd like, and begin drawing. A rectangle is perfect. I'll put my cursor, drag it to the size I want, boom, it's there. I can also play with the background color here, making it transparent or red to really get it to stand out. Adding a border and changing the point of it really makes it stand out. Continuing with that, if I'm going to make a box that stands out, I might as well put words in it. So again, I can drag a text box and add my information I want to say in there. I'm going to say that this is Google, and I'm going to center align it. There are many alignments I can choose, but center looks best for this slide. And again, play with my font. Make my text bigger, bold it, and even underline it. I will begin typing Google. Now throughout presentations, things kind of get nerve-wracking sometimes. It's really good to utilize the speaker notes bar that they have for you. You can write yourself little notes so you know what to say as each presentation comes and goes, as each slide also shows up and leaves. Now with all of this, going from slide to slide in my presentation, it's really useful to use transitions. Transitions can be found at the top by just clicking them and going to your first slide, choosing the transition I would like to do: fade, flip, cube, slide to side, or dissolve. I'm going to choose flip, and you can also change the speed by dragging it from left to right, making it faster or slower from slide to slide. I can also make my text boxes come in and out with transitions too. It's not only just switching from slide to side, but it can also be the information that you put in your slides. As one can see, it flips and my images fade in. Now also with this, the best part about Google Slides is all my changes are saved in the drive. If I'd ever want to restore a version, I can. By going back to May 17th, I can hit my first version of this whole Google Slides presentation and hit restore. Now that's not what I want because I put a lot of work into this, so I'm going to keep the one I have. But it's always possible if you make a mistake or added too much on that you didn't like, you can change it in your drive. Last and final reason why we do slides is to present them. So to present, you can simply do it in the top corner or use your cursor keys. Presenting it from the beginning is the best way to do it. Now hitting the button brings me to my next slide. Very plain, very boring. I hope yours don't look like this, but I'm just showing you the ropes of it all. And I can press escape and it will go back to my first option. Also, Google Slides has the ability to use a pointer. You can use this during your presentations to point out what is going on. And never forget to title your slides. That way it will be organized in your drive. Google Slides is a free software application. By using it, you can create and edit presentations with others at the same time. It is available on and off the internet and can be used on any phone, tablet, or computer.